The mediocre teacher tells, the good teacher explains, the superior teacher demonstrates, the great teacher inspires. One of my favorite quotes by William Glasser is what influences my teaching philosophy. My name is Mary McAteer, and I graduated from Flagler College in the fall of 2016 with a bachelor's degree in deaf and hard of hearing education, elementary education, as well as endorsements in reading and ESOL. I'm also certified in teaching special education. Throughout my life, I've experienced countless events that have led me to my ultimate goal and have driven my passion of becoming a teacher. I hope to travel abroad with an outreach program such as the Peace Corps or Teachers Without Borders after my studies, and then continue on in school to get my master's in deaf education from Gallaudet University in Washington, D.C. I have had plenty of opportunities in my life to show my leadership abilities within my community. I was lucky enough to participate in the Miss Rhode Island pageant and introduce myself to a prominent leadership position. Through the Miss America organization, I met and mentored a young girl who looked up to me as her role model both in and out of the classroom. Speaking to school classrooms and volunteering at many different events gave me a glance into the role of an everyday teacher. This experience taught me the values of being a teacher and a leader, having to set an example for someone following me at such an early age. I was fortunate enough to spend a summer teaching preschool at the Rhode Island School for the Deaf. This was my first interaction with students in a classroom setting, as well as my first interaction with students who were deaf. It was a summer filled with learning and laughter. Each week we would work on signing, art projects, harvesting vegetables in the students' garden, and going on field trips to places such as the zoo and the water park. At the culmination of the summer program, I knew I had chosen to go into the right field of work. Throughout the experience, I had become attached to my students by forming relationships with them and had enjoyed watching them make improvements in their signing and spelling. Several years ago, I began competing in triathlons. Waking up at 5 a.m. and teaching at Rhode Island School for the Deaf was followed by swim training or a bike ride. The entire process made me consider what my future would entail as I grew older and began teaching in a school. It also taught me determination in doing something out of one's comfort zone. In the spring of 2014, I was blessed with the opportunity to travel to San Miguel de Allende, Mexico, through a partnership program with Flagler College, and worked and taught in a deaf school. In the weeks and months leading up to the trip, we organized fundraisers, prepared lessons, and had to learn Spanish Sign Language in order to communicate with our students. The experience opened my eyes to the many challenges that come with teaching. It pushed me to pursue extra focus in my curriculum with ESOL courses and developing relationships with students that come from different backgrounds. My father is the one who encouraged me into the teaching profession. Being immensely involved in social work, he saw the need for teachers with compassion. My dad would tell me that as important it is to be intelligent and book smart, it's equally important to have emotional intelligence, and EQ. It's important for someone to relate emotionally with those around them and understand that as a teacher, that is the main job, relating with your students. Throughout my life, my father has demonstrated how to accomplish things and explain valuable life lessons, but he has also inspired me more than anyone I have ever met. Growing up in the most poverty-stricken section of Rhode Island, he chose to change his future for the better rather than succumbing to the traps of his surroundings. After he was able to support himself, he went back and supported the school in which grew him into the person he is now. An example of how he inspired me is the day he saw my Florida School for the Deaf and Blind internship badge. He said, "Mac, there's a whole lot of kids who don't know it, but their life just got a lot better." It was that moment when I stopped and realized why I was so dedicated and committed to my studies. There are students out there who will look up to me in the same way that I have looked up to my father. It is time to set an example and inspire those students. I have set out to make a difference in this world, and I won't stop until I have done so.